Hey everybody, it's Charlie from Daily Motor, and today we've got the sound system demo of the 2022 Subaru BRZ and its 8-speaker audio system. This is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at speaker controls, locations, adjustments, audio inputs, Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, and go out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. If you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. Also, if you're tired of hearing the same songs week in and week out, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. There you can hear customized tracks requested by members like you. So if you want to support the channel and see some extra behind-the-scenes footage, sign up to become a member. Link is in the description. Before we get started, let's hop out and take a look at it. Completely new for 2022, the BRZ and 86 twins. This one, of course, being the Subaru variant. Looking really cool, much more mature for this generation, in my opinion. And we've got it on a snowy day, so this ought to be a lot of fun. Still rocking a boxer motor, still rear-wheel drive. In fact, we've got it on summer tires as well, and this is the automatic model. So we're going to be getting footage with this one, but later on in 2022 we should have a manual car as well, and the Toyota variant. Now, we always do this test with lossless, uncompressed WAV audio files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. Let's take a look at those now. Now, interestingly, there's a lot of glare on the screen. You might kind of be able to see it in my camera here, especially if I go over there. They've kind of made it a matte finish to maybe drop that glare down a little bit, but still quite a lot of glare, so I had to kind of drop the GoPro here to look at a lower angle. If I were to lift it up, you pretty much just see that reflection of the rear glass. But anyway, overall this touchscreen works pretty well. You can see you've got kind of a home screen here with apps. And we go to media. Sound settings right there. You've got a bass, mid-range, and treble adjustment, front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance, and vocal image control, and a virtual stage enhancer. So this says the function delivers high realistic surround sound by enhancing the vocals. When virtual stage enhancer is set to low, mid, or high, front and rear vocal image control cannot be adjusted. So I assume vocal image control is supposed to kind of just focus vocals right on a certain area. Never really seen something like that in a car. And then the virtual stage enhancer is essentially just a surround function. So let's go through those now. Maybe we'll switch to a song that's got some vocals and mess around with that virtual stage enhancer. That would be track 8. Oh. That's a very strange setup, because, yeah, it kind of moves the vocals around the car, but I don't really know why you'd want to do that. Unless you're listening to talk radio or something. Not a huge degree of adjustment or usability in both of those, vocal image control and virtual stage enhancer, but let's go through the EQ. Right, outside of that, you have controls for volume right here. Nice to easy to grab. It's a little shallow, I guess. You gotta really be particular with how you reach up and grab it, but it's got nice clicks. You've got volume controls on the left side of the wheel. For track selection, you've got these buttons on the side. You've got the touch screen if you're in the media screen. Tuning knob you can scroll, and controls on the left side of the wheel right by volume where they should be. For audio inputs in the new BRZ, you have your standard AM, FM, Sirius XM satellite radio, Bluetooth, 2 USB-A data ports, a 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, which is really weird to see in a 2022 car, but I guess they're assuming the target buyer might still be listening to the aux. And Android Auto and Apple CarPlay with the cord. That's it. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, you don't have wireless CarPlay or Android Auto, and you don't have USB Type-C. Other than that, pretty up to date on inputs. Let's switch over back to our usual sound test song here. Speaker locations in the new BRZ. Like I said, this is an 8-speaker system. Starting in the bottom left, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then in the back, 7 and 8. Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. I actually realized I forgot my USB cable for Apple CarPlay, so we're only going to do Android Auto here, and then if I have time later today, I'll splice in some Apple CarPlay footage. We go home, Android Auto. I do appreciate that since there are 2 USB data ports, you can do something like playing USB music through your stick and having Android Auto come up, so that's pretty cool. Here you've got your Google Maps. There's YouTube Music. Click through there. So overall the resolution isn't fantastic, but the responsiveness is pretty good. Here's kind of your home app screen. And there are settings. Alright, so let's get this stuff put away and get out on the road. track always exposes the more complex aspects of sound systems, and that's what we're hearing here in the BRZ. The first few songs, you got the nice crispness up high, you got the bass a little bit down low from the speakers. It sounds fine. You're like, okay, it's not too bad. It's when you start adding in multiple instruments and a lot of that busyness in the mid-range and the complicated sounds in there, that's where this system starts to fall flat. And you hear the weakness whenever you're getting those drum hits. You're like, why does it sound so just weak and hollow? And that's kind of just because you're dealing with some more basic speakers here. I'd like to see more bass coming from these door woofers and concentrate more of the mid-ranges up here, but maybe there's just only so large of a speaker you can fit into these doors. Really what I'd like to see is some sort of rear subwoofer maybe mounted in the back deck lid there, but that's just not what you got here. Speaking of bass, this next song, a little bit in, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see what happens. I can already tell this is not going to be good. Oh boy. Lots of mirror shakage outside, no mirror shakage right here though, and it's a very weak bass. And very sloppy too. Let's get that off. That this system put our tracks out of order and it didn't play the Muffin song. So we're gonna play this first and then we'll wrap things up. My thoughts on this 8-speaker system here in the Subaru BRZ. And it sounds so weird to be ending on Muffin rather than the other songs. I have such a cadence. But this is a pretty good example of a D-tier system. It's just not the point of the BRZ. The BRZ does a lot of things really well. I love driving it. The interior is actually better to be in than I expected. I've been comfortable and it's a little loud, but really not too bad for the type of sporty car it is. But if you wanted to get good sound quality out of this, you're just gonna have to upgrade the speakers. There's nothing else about it. You can do some adjustments. You can bump the bass up a little and drop the treble down a little bit, but overall it's a D tier system. I'd say for the class and for the price, definitely more of a C, very average, but objectively speaking, D tier. Thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the BRZ, check the links in the description. We're doing the highway fuel economy test right now, and we're getting 34 miles per gallon, so we'll have to see what that actually calculates to when we get back to the pump. And we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.